I met my wife yesterday afternoon by arrangement, and we were sitting together. They produced a pump. I eventually worked out the pump was to put pressure in her leg, in her artificial legs, which operated pneumatic power, which is obviously easier to than electric power. And electric servos controlled the valves in the pumps in the legs, so I don't know how that worked. I really didn't understand. But she obviously understood it, but I didn't. And she wanted me to stay, and I wouldn't, because I wanted to go to lunch. But I came back and she was still there. And I think the family were there, quite a lot of the family. Bushranger's got extensive, and I obviously couldn't keep up with them, but I sat down there, just outside the door. I was just not very far away. And she didn't answer my email because the phone was off. I sat there. She must have left without me, not seeing me, without waking me up. I went to sleep. And I was trying to communicate on my laptop to people. But I collapsed and went to sleep. And I'm an old man. Who left me behind. I think she intends to go back to America. She'll probably be better off there. Shame. I think there's a interesting quote. I didn't know she was rich. Apparently she offered me £1 million divorce settlement. Well, £1 million to me is a lot of money. To her it's not much, perhaps. And I would appreciate that. And that would cover all the costs I had in looking after Edith. Her name's not Edith, really. I do know who she is. But, it's a lost opportunity. At my age, I don't think I'd been out to her till 74, and ran on their system. She was there's a story of the Columbine shooting on just now, and she was once a shooter like that. So she's known as the Wendigo, and she wasn't allowed back into her area. She was not killed at that. I'm sure she was underage. And she tried with a path. My master died. That's sort of profession she was. Don't know what she was doing. She was like that. Anyway, I got to know quite well. And unfortunately, the people in the psychiatric service do not believe a word either of us say. And the best thing for her to do is to go back to America and be what she is over there. And she says, "Oh, I live in my villa unless you give me £5 for a drink of wine." Well, but to deliver the goods eventually. And I was sad to see her go. My house is no longer available. When I was in the hostel in the Salvation Army place, some people inquired whether I lived locally, whether I could take some lodgers. Well, if I had the house, I could do. But the plan is to sell the house and I'd be able to live in an apartment, which wouldn't take the children. There's a number of children that she has, not necessarily mine, but some of them are. And she needs to look after those, and they'd be better for America, possibly. I don't know, there's no place no better than the else, really. But the people who wanted the match were fighters from the country. I couldn't live in my house, it's big. I'd like to see my children. I think I will ask for access. I don't know what will work out across the Atlantic. But it might give me the opportunity to go to Texas, where she comes from, and see the lads. But I'd be afraid because I'm not really where I've been before. That's what this restaurant, you know. Pleasure, was it? Pleasure, really. Worth my time. Now she's gone. This is obviously lost. And all that's here again. Killed. And they could buy the house, you see. They wanted to buy a house. It's only £1 million. And you can move in. Because it needs, the cost is in the repairs have to be paid for. See? That's why it's being sold. And I don't think I can live there again. Although I think that was being tested to see if I could. I've nightmares in gunfights, sword fights. We've got a problem here with people slash people's heads off. They don't know what the Quran is. It's pretty extreme, really. They reason to kill people. People get into debt. I don't think they kill people for. But now, clear that debt. Actually, they say I should have £20 in my pocket the whole time. Not money. It gets spent. And I'm now down to about £5 in my pocket, which is not nothing, but it's about £20 is substantial money for us. For them, it's nothing. Not even loose change. It's pretty singing. I don't know if she was rich from there, personally. In my experience, rich people do not give their money away. Well, they were friendship, but nothing else. I don't know what I do. That's why we call them pigs, because they take it all for themselves. They're very clever at acquiring money. Now, I don't know how the Bush family acquired the money, probably oil magnet. And the transfuser which is being built over here is runs on air, which is pretty common. But of course, if it runs on deuterium, and you have to make sure nitrogen makes it a product which they can make very little. That sounds just a what, so it has to be like that. They say, well, coal cannot produce power, just a coal. Well, it's true, just a coal. But it's a particular geometry, and it's a particular arrangement of the wiring. And it's a transfuser effect that does it. And it does. And it has to have the right fuel in the tube. So, see it tells you. And I've got a problem with the account. I've deleted some of the accounts on it's all right. I'm trying to transfer it from Hotmail to Outlook, and I've done it the wrong way. So hopefully I'm stuck. I'm going to close one account and reopen it. Reopen another account. That takes 60 days. So every time we do it, it takes time. Besides to close an account, rather than I need that one. So I've got to close the other account. So I use that one. So I've deleted one of the aliases, and I'd like to put it on the other account, but I can't do that because it blocked me from putting in no accounts. It says that you've done it too often. And it'll block me until the timer runs out, which could be 60 days. So I think I'll start closing the other account. I'll use that one as well, so be careful. I'll start giving people that email address, which is wrong. So I'm going to put that as an alias and put another email address in as a primary. Or you can't change the primary address, try again next week. You know the number of times you put the because I've tried to answer primary before. I thought of it before, I get very confused. The error purpose all they give me confuses me. And that's the problem, it's error purpose. And where is he under a doctor? I don't know. So she'll get it. She won't be happy in her country. She wants me. And I'm pretty ropey. An old man. Old man do not invent things. A repertoire of inventions which I've had, and this is one of them, although I'm getting to a stage now I've just got to build it. Although it's not just in my head, it has been built. And we have a working model, working system, which is in Coventry. And the man here has offered to give me a ride in a nice new car. I'm not quite sure why, but he's a rich person too, not very rich. See, in this country we have the rich and we have the poor. I'm not rather rich, never have been. Even when I was working I was on low wages, and that treated me badly. I don't know why. It's because when I found my man was Hitler, that just wanted to say I'm Hitler. I didn't even look like him or anything. I don't know what he looks like. He was smiling, wasn't it? Smiling man, which is a sign of something wrong. Beware the smiling man, I think my mum used to say. Because they're acting as teenagers, they've got something wrong with them, they're matured. Brain operations should fix that. But they're happy when they're smiling, but they're not actually happy. And the latest thing I've produced is this dummy run of the winding system, and no wonder of it. And that's stuck on with EvoStick. And I think I was doing EvoStick before when they attacked me. And I understand the man attacked me because I was building this, and he wanted to smoke me out. The smoke bomb with him, I found him. I'm not quite sure how it happened. There's a number of events occurred. When I took this off the winder, it flashed. I didn't think the reason was there was a metal tube inside and there was a charge built up between the metal tube and here. And when I took this out, it was transferred and it would have gone through the static, would have gone through the wire. So that's for static and current electricity. That's right. How it was picked up, I don't know. It's just nothing basically. Oh, it's a fly. I first thought this was a fly. She couldn't see it properly. It wasn't, it's just a bit of wire. It's just a bit of fine wire with some glue on it, that's all. She couldn't see it. She was afraid of it. She thought it was dangerous. Well, plastic like this is static. It's static. If you rub it with a silk cloth, it will charge up. And you might even get current running through the wire with no circuit there. Yes, this comes out the same side. So we're going to make a circuit and drill a hole today. I'm going to practice drilling a hole. So I think I need. See, my needs are quite minor, but I'm such a restricted income. I can't buy it. I've got to buy a brace to drill a hole and a bit, brace and bit to drill a hole through the plastic. And I've got a vice to hold it in. And that's the next thing that's got to be done. So that's our process. And believe it or not, I use one of these to work out the right name. I think my name on it. Where's Chris Jones. That's been there ever since I bought this slide rule. It's a slide rule I bought at that time. Slide rule was high technology, replaced by the calculator, which is here. This is an old calculator. The calculators came in soon after the slide rules. The slide rules have been used for years and years, and they give multiplication, squares, square roots, and useful things. Some have got log scales and do trigonometry for us, trig as well. I draw those, but that disappeared. I don't know where that went. Somebody had it. That's gone. I think it was holding a second-hand sale. Well, they're good and bad people. But they came along and said, my authority with this is this thing. There's a gun in his hand. Guns can have two uses, to kill you or to save your life. So I'm still alive. That's what I can say. Police were there, and they said, "What have you done? What have you done?" I said, "Well, they're trying to kill me." "You're claiming self-defence?" "Yes." "Oh, that doesn't mean they won't prosecute me." But there was no planning. I had no intention of hurting anybody. I was invited to meet a bloke with no idea intention either. He said I wanted to kill him. He wants to kill me. But I'm still alive. Unfortunately, if he's still alive, he might try and do it again. I don't really want that to happen. But I don't want him dead either. Yeah, I try to make friends of mine, which is well, it's just involved, but it's impossible. They can't see it. Because they think because I'm making something that possibly was made by Hitler, I don't know whether he did or I'm Hitler's son or something. Maybe I am. My birth certificate say that. Birth certificate says I'm Major Jefferson's son. It doesn't matter. I am the count, it's not who your father was. It's a problem. It's pretty bad. In this country, nearly everybody is related to the royal family, distantly and closely, which is how they work. Anyway, never mind. Let's not go into that. Sad world. Sad. And to say life's a bitch and then you die. That's right for an American. And the Christian ceremony just that starts at death. You don't wait until you die and do anything. You're not going to do anything. I think Jesus said that. He said, live your life as if it's your last day of life, therefore live to the full. And if you plan for you wait till you die, you won't have a life at all. Right, that. He said it more eloquently than that. It's to do with that. So you don't wait for your dead. You have your life first. That's the important thing. Then you die. That's the worry about it. I don't think about it. I do fear it, but only when it's an immediate possibility. If I dwelt on it, I could fight it off. Fight it off, you know. It's this paranoid fear of death they can fight off. Well, people have that facility. Being busy helps. Doing things. I just sit here. And when I was in my house, I was quite busy. I would go out and buy things. They're quite wealthy, and well, compared with because I had my own house. No, I haven't. I pay rent, isn't it? Because my affairs are being handled by a solicitor who's obviously taking his cut. So whether I'm better off or worse off, I don't know. I think they burned joysticks next door, which explains why I have this smell in the house. It's accurate smell of burning. I think it's actually this aromatic frankincense is actually, or incense burning. They also have, I think they have something to give out and breathe. They have both have bronchial problems. So bronchial tubes open by having certain burning in the house. I think they had that when I was a child. I seem to remember that because I had pneumonia as a child. So they say, I hope he dies. I said, I hope he dies. They didn't. They still be in this system. And I think my grandparents have died, and my aunts died, mother's died, and I don't know where my cousins are still alive. I presume that. I really don't know. I haven't got in touch with them. But they will die. I will die. That's why it's so pointless. These fights, because all we end up dead. If we got on with each other better, we'd all be better off. That don't happen. It's worrying about £400,000 and there's millions of pounds in the account. Sad, really. I did some work for a lady who was rich. She was rich because of the work she did, not because yes, she owned it. There was no argument. She was a director of a company she owned, and the owner and director, and we worked together on some project. I think it was a distributed processor, which had a multiprocessor arithmetic, and we worked out a way of doing it. And she gave me quite a lot of money for that. I think it was 10% what she got. It's a lot of money, £2 million. That was deposited in my account, and the company closed down, but the money was still there, and it's now been found. But I think it did accumulate interest. I think it really wasn't particularly very high money thing, but they closed it out and gave the interest. I don't know. And she that could be used to fund me. To fund this strategy as well, that's later, the same reason it turns out it's running on it. And also I had Westinghouse shares. I think not the only shares, I bought other shares, and I had them as accumulated shares. I had Terra shares as well. They had accumulated shares too, but was I making any money on that? I don't know. But my friend, who had loads of money, invested most of her money in some time, she got out of debt. There's enough money to get out. It's a huge amount of money. You had to put, in order to get out of debt, he'd had a debt overhead of so much, and it took so long to get the check through that you had to invest twice as much in order to clear it. Eventually, we managed to do that, and so we kind of went into profit, which is a good thing. That time, before this silly Brexit came up. Why Brexit came up, I don't know. The people who did it probably even thought they were fighting the Second World War, you know. They were all brainwashed by this, it was Farage, I suppose, they were fighting the Second World War. Nonsense it was. Nonsense, the man's a fool. Well, not a fool, he's mad. And he's wrecked the place, which he didn't have done. It was gratuitous verbal violence that could lead to real violence. And I think the European law should make it illegal for Britain to leave the European Union. Could be done. They can pass a law. It might be difficult to enact. And there's no reason why, once they join the union, they cannot leave. That leaving was always part of the system to encourage people to join, but I think there should be the other way around. You join it, you can't leave. And Britain's causing it no matter of trouble by wanting to leave. Unfortunately, the law says it can, but I feel sick about what could happen. Really do, because it could have been a peaceful place, and these idiots in Britain who decided the Second World War was happening. I think it was to do with the Baptist Church and stuff like that. I really don't know who's involved. And one attack was my house. There's a lovely picture of my house burning. There's actually wood burning outside the house, but was the actual roof structure had to be replaced, but it wasn't straightforward. It was quite straightforward, is what they said, but it was still waterproof after the fire. So the roof space was damaged, but not totally destroyed. And I think the beams had to be replaced, but I don't know. Not my business. I don't know how I lived there. Oh, I did. I don't know. I think I'll be excluded because they accused me of committing the crime when I didn't. I was asleep at the time and the forensic evidence idiots. I don't know how they did that. I've just gone to bed and sleep and suddenly bang. I think I heard something in the kitchen go. I went down to investigate. I don't know what happened after that. I got out very long. I don't remember too much. The miracle well, now what the miracle was, it wasn't my survival, I'm sure, but get rid of the devil. What's going on? So they say if you go there, you pick up compensation, but it's unlikely. That took me head off more likely. Savages. Could get quite violent. Cut people's heads off in the church. It's pretty awful. retribution does not, you know, you have the idea of two wrongs making a right. They don't. There's no point carrying on killing all the time because it produces this feudal situation which goes on forever. So we don't want that. The idea of the law is to stop it. And but retribution is there, but it's controlled. No, I require the revenge, but not to hurt people. You can't do that. Fining them would be a better idea, which hurts, but not quite so badly as giving up a life. There should be a scale of fines for these crimes, which are easy to pay. Giving up your life or having your limb cut off. It's savage. I think they've stepped down from the severe form of Sharia law to less severe form where there's fines involved. It's better. That way, a person survives and they can feed their families. We're discussing whether to kill me or not. Yeah, they can hear talking. They're talking English. They're written to kill him, they say. Reality. Most people don't think so when they get to know me. Ugliness is in the mind. Once a person gets to know me, I find them not too bad. Yes.